Permit me at the outset to congratulate New Amsterdam. New Amsterdam has shown that it has the capacity to be resilient, to confront any obstacles in its way. And more recently, it has shown it has the ability to trim indiscipline from the council. You want me to say that one more time? It is shown, I'm speaking here of New Amsterdam Town Council, that it has the ability to trim indiscipline from the council. I sense you all know something that I don't know. May I state at the outset that the council is part of local democracy in Guyana. And therefore, it should be treated as a local democratic organ. In this regard, I wish to urge the government of Guyana to ensure it provides the necessary resources to ensure that New Amsterdam can succeed. But even without it, it has been succeeding. But it would be much better if the government could live up to its talks about unity and respect for the law and our constitution and honor their constitutional obligations to the people of New Amsterdam and the New Amsterdam Council. My friends, we are meeting at a very important time in the history of Guyana. Yes. My friend Nigel pointed out to you the earnings we are having from oil. As an opposition, we have been pressuring this government to ensure proper resources are allocated to the people of Guyana. We see some hope because recently they bent under pressure and proposed 200,000 to the people. This is after Barry Jackdale had said that it will fuel inflation. But good sense prevailed that you have not defined a household. And if we judge from what you did in COVID-19, then there will be problems because the concept of a household has not been settled, and it would provide the opportunity for the usual corruption. We are glad that they bend again. Guided said that the opposition brought it down from 200 to 100,000. We said, give it to an individual. What does that mean in real terms? It means when they were saying $2,000 a house, $200,000 a household, that house would have just gotten 200,000. But if you give it to every individual above 18, it means that on average, each household will get 400,000. So the opposition must be credited with putting money in the hands of the people of this country. My friends, anyone who accepts the reality will accept that as an opposition, we continuously put pressure to the government so that they can deliver to the people of Guyana, so that they change their mouth from saying it will fuel inflation to delivering it. But may I remind you, this is a drop in the ocean. Let us recall when in 2022 we said to them, as a result of the Ukraine war, each Guyanese can get from the increase in oil prices, $300,000. We still await the delivery of that, because it is earnings that came as a result of the increase in price of oil as a result of the Ukraine war, and therefore it was extra money coming to us. I urge the government to recognize Guyanese are experiencing very high cost of living. Guyanese are expecting high levels of poverty, and you owe it to us to deliver that $300,000 that you got free. My friends, as a people, we have to pay careful attention to what is happening in this country. I mentioned to you, as opposition, we have been putting pressure. But we were not only doing that. Every budget presentation since I am leader of the opposition, we outline measures to reduce the cost of living. Because we believe the people of Guyana should be able to access the things they need to live a healthy life. While we welcome the 100,000, we say to you, it will not reduce the cost of living. And so the real issue still exists. How is it we will reduce the cost of living? The real issue still exists. How do we deal with poverty? I wouldn't spend my time going through all the measures, but to say to you, for the last 2 years, we have been outlining what we call a people-centered development strategy, in which we in the opposition are saying to you, as the next government in Guyana, we will ensure that the people of this country are placed first, and that the resources that are coming from oil and gas will be delivered to the people. I want to give you just one. Let me remind people that in critiquing that exhibition last week Thursday at Parliament, I call it an exhibition because a good bit of ignorance was exhibited. But that apart, we said that a coalition government in future will do it much different. We will offer you a livable wage. We believe every Guyanese can get a livable wage. We need to end this approach in which most of the resources are going to the family, friends, and favorites of the government. And so we say to you that we are going to put in place a system in which we will change the approach to cash grants. Don't worry with this one-off that is aimed at domination and control. We will deliver it in a structured way, monthly, or at maximum quarterly. But we will do it in such a way that it is predictable, and you will know that every month you will get 150,000 or 100,000. And what is the significance of that? The significance of that is that we're going to do it in such a way that you can go to the bank and say, this is my income, and use it to develop yourself. When you get in one-off cash grants, you could consume it, but there's not much you can do in terms of utilizing the institutions in the country to develop yourself. We want to see the people of Guyana develop, and our approach to cash transfers will be predictable, reliable, and afford the Guyanese people the opportunity to use that income as fixed income so that they can access the financial institutions. I noticed today the president said he's not going down the road of following the popular proposals. He's not a populist. Of course, he don't follow two of ours. That he has agreed to this one-off transfer is following. But he said he's not going down that road, and we know why he can't go down that road. To go down that road, you will have to take large sums of money and put it in the hands of the people of Guyana, and that will reduce corruption money. And that's the biggest problem they face. Now, we need to be very careful. We want to see a sustainable New Amsterdam, and that's part of our people-centered development strategy. We promise every community that we will treat them fairly, and they will know their subvention before and can plan for it. And when communities know what they are getting, they're in a better position. And so we will practice genuine local democracy by ensuring the people make their decisions, and we support them to deliver to the people of their communities. You know, this is a nice country. I got a friend that's called it Ghoul. He said Guyana is Ghoul. You took away free education from us. Forbes Burnham, without oil money, delivered free education from nursery to university. You came in 1994 and you took it. And now you come back as if you delivering something new. Let us remind you, the opposition has been calling for the reintroduction of free education at the university level for the longest while. And here again, we note that you caved in to pressure, and we will continue to pressure. But I want to say this. Apart from free education, at the university level, we're saying as well that we will write off all the debts of our young people who owe the University of Guyana. We believe it is a burden that should be removed because if you remove it, you will create the scope for our young people to do better. We want to say to you, our focus will be to develop our human resources. I want to respond quickly to something Lyric said. Lyric Jackdale said that APNU AFC will get rid of $40,000 for the 10-day workers. Let me say here and now, and as clear as ever, what we said is that we will increase it to 50,000. But apart from just putting them there and doing nothing, we are going to ensure they get training so they can develop and become part of the entire workforce so that they can get NIS, etc. And so, let us not be carried away by propaganda from Lyric. If he doesn't lie, his blood doesn't flow. But we are saying to you, we have the youth of this country at heart, and our people-centered development strategy will deliver to the young people in this country. We promise you a livable wage. Let us recall that without oil, the APNU-AFC coalition delivered 70% plus wage increases in the 5 years that we were in government. And we said to you, on returning to government, we are going to give you a livable wage. We are going to do a survey. And once we do the survey and we get what is needed, then we will be able to give the people of Guyana a livable wage, including mechanisms to improve workers in the private sector wages and salaries. My friends, our mission is to put resources in the hands of the people of Guyana so that the people of Guyana will develop. And when they say to you, we did nothing, I want to say this to you. When we came to government in 2015, crime was a burden. You remember that? Yes. We put the mechanisms in place and reduced crime. We believe in proper law enforcement. Yes. And when I say to this country that we cannot support the present commissioner acting to become commissioner, it's not because we dislike him. It's because he is, one, he's not doing what he should do as a commissioner of police. Two, there are high levels of corruption in the Guyana police force. And before we talk anything about appointing anybody, we should have a... My friends, I'm reading a book called The Hijacking of NBS. And one of the things came out to me obviously in that book is this. The policeman that was investigating the so-called fraud at the New Building Society told all and sundry that there was no evidence to charge Mr. Arjun, Baldio, and I don't remember the third one, but I remember it. Vincent. Yes, this is the surname, Christian name. Vincent. And so, this young policeman had to battle with his conscience. I'm saying this to say to you, if you have a police force that is corrupt, if you have a police force that doesn't operate under rule of law, the injustice that occurred with those persons will become a norm in this society. And then I want to welcome you to Jack Dale. You heard him today? He said, if anybody believes they can get involved in illegality and they can be protected by the PPP, no way. Well, if that was true, he would be in prison. This is a man who virtually stuttered when he was asked about Sue. And all and sundry called for an investigation, and there has been none. So don't tell us nonsense about everybody will face the law unless you're nobody. And I hope you are somebody. My friends, we are at a serious time in Guyana. I'm coming back to New Amsterdam for a political meeting. And at that political meeting, I will outline everything. But I had to take this opportunity to speak to you on these issues because they are topical and they affect New Amsterdam. Yeah. Like you, I enjoy a sport. And I got rid of it. I could do a gym. I got to go to time. And so I don't want to stay between you and entertainment. But I thought I had to outline to you the present situation. And I want to say this to you. The government listens to us and implement it under a new name. So we can left them. If they like, they let them do them. But you, the people, must know that the original suggestions came from us. And that we are showing clearly that we have the capacity to govern Guyana. When I come for the political rally, we will talk about that. So permit me at this juncture to wish New Amsterdam many more years. To wish the mayor and Town Council all the best. I am aware of your struggles, and be reassured that the opposition will be in support of you. Not solely because you are one of our strongholds, but because we believe in good governance. We believe in transparency, and we believe in accountability. And to that extent, we will support any council that needs those principles to be applied. I want to say to you, enjoy your week of celebration. I will be back even if it is for one night. And so, let me thank the council for inviting me. Let me say to you, you have a sure partner in the opposition, and we will give you the leadership to ensure we succeed and ensure that the resources of Guyana go to the people of Guyana.